Welcome to the channel. Today, our subject of discussion is vultures of the corporate culture. जहाँ कॉरपोरेशन में और कंपनीज में अच्छी पॉलिसीज होती हैं, ट्रांसपेरेंसी और मेरिट को फॉलो किया जाता है, और अगर ऐसा ना किया जाए, उस कंपनी में 3 किस्म के वल्चर्स या गिद्ध ऐसे पाए जाते हैं जो कि दूसरों का क्रेडिट उसके क्रेडिट पे पलते पोसते हैं। वो एक किस्म के शिकारी होते हैं जितनी इनकी अपनी कोई परफॉर्मेंस नहीं होती। उनकी मुख्तलिफ अकसाम होती हैं। आज हम 3 किस्म की अकसाम पे बात करेंगे, दैट इज क्रेडिट थीव्स, मैनिपुलेटर्स एंड लॉबियिस्ट। Credit thieves are the individuals who habitually take credit for the work, ideas, or achievements of others, especially in collaborative environments. They operate silently and strategically positioning themselves to benefit from others' accomplishments. And number two, manipulators. Manipulators are individuals who influence situations, people, or outcome through covert, deceptive, or unethical tactics. They are emotional tacticians who exploit weaknesses and social dynamics. Whereas third type of vultures are lobbyists. Lobbyists in toxic workplaces build internal coalitions or camps to exert influence, protect their interests, or advance personal and professional agendas. They engage in strategic networking to create power structure. When you call credit thieves, manipulators, and lobbyists as corporate vultures, it captures their predatory behavior in organizations. Credit thieves feed on others' hard work, circling around until their success to claim. Manipulators twist narratives and relationships to serve their own agendas after leaving ethical decay behind. Whereas lobbyists, in the internal corporate sense, build hidden alliances and power networks to tilt decision their way, not necessarily for the organization's greater good. Together, they thrive on exploitation rather than contribution. Much the vultures feeding on what others have built or accomplished. Regarding their motives, the primary motives of the credit thieves include personal advancement, recognition, promotions, power, and influence. Many of them fear competition or feel insecure, and stealing credit is a shortcut to visibility. Manipulators' motives are control and dominance, avoidance of accountability, personal gain, that is, power, influence, or security, undermining perceived threats. The motives of lobbyists are control over decisions, promotions, or narratives, shielding themselves from accountability, advancing their tribe or allies, marginalizing perceived threats, often competent employees. Regarding personal profile and character, credit thieves are opportunistic, insecure but ambitious, lack originality but thrives on proximity to competent people, often charismatic or socially manipulative. may exhibit narcissistic or sociopathic traits, and manipulators are highly observant and emotionally intelligent, may present as helpful or emphatic, skilled in gaslighting and guilt tripping, often play victim when confronted, may be passive aggressive. Whereas lobbyists, political savvy, skilled at storytelling and framing issues to their benefit, hierarchy conscious, excellent at corporate optics, can be covertly aggressive. The term lobbyist, the term political savvy means being skilled at navigating complex social or organizational dynamics to achieve goals without causing conflict or damaging relationships. In simple words, a politically savvy person knows how to get things done smartly, tactfully, and ethically, especially in workplaces or environments where power, influence, and personalities matter. Covertly aggressive means showing aggression in a hidden, indirect, or sneaky way instead of being openly hostile. There were certain terms which were used. So, first we explain gaslighting, meaning gaslighting is a psychological manipulation tactic where someone makes another person doubt their own memory, perception, or sanity. The goal is to gain control or dominance over the victim. Example, someone says, I never said that, you must be imagining things, even though they clearly did say it. Over time, the victim starts questioning their own reality and feel confused over or dependent. In essence, gaslighting means making someone question their own reality. Another term which has been used here is guilt tripping, meaning when a person tries to make a person feel guilty to get what they want or to manipulate their behavior. For example, after everything I have done for you, you can't even help me this one time. The speaker uses emotional guilt to pressure the other person into compliance. In essence, guilt tripping is manipulating others by making them feel guilty. By another term, passive aggressive. Passive aggressive person expresses anger or resentment indirectly instead of addressing it openly. Example, giving the silent treatment, making sarcastic remarks, saying it is fine when clearly upset. In essence, passive aggressive is showing hostility in subtle and indirect ways. How to identify them? Credit thieves, they are quick to speak in meeting but slow to contribute in private. Rarely give credit publicly, insert themselves into successful projects late in the process. Use phrases like, we worked on this, even if they barely contributed. Avoid accountability when things go wrong. How to identify manipulators? They twist facts or timeliness, use vague language to keep others off balance, create confusion and then offer to fix it, play people against each other, use flattery or fear selectively. Whereas lobbyists, They frequently seen they are frequently seen in private conversation with leadership, often insert themselves into hiring or promotion decisions, push narratives that align with their group's interest, form cliques or inner circles, protect or promote specific individuals repeatedly. Impact on colleagues and associates. How credit impacts, that is, lowered morale and motivation. High performing employees may feel unrecognized or betrayed. Team breaks down. Higher turnover among the most competent staff. Whereas case of manipulators, confusion and self-doubt among team members, paranoia and mistrust within the team, toxic competition and sabotage, reduce efficiency due to constant manipulation. As far as lobbyists are concerned, polarization within teams, meritocracy collapses, career stagnation for the unaligned, high resentment and political tension. How to protect oneself? How can you protect yourself from the credit thieves? Maintain clear documentation of your contributions. Communicate accomplishments in writing. For example, emails, updates to supervisors. Politely but firmly correct misattributions. Cultivate allies who can validate your work. Set boundaries and expectations in a collaborative tasks. In case of manipulators, how can you protect yourself? Ask for clarity and written communication. Avoid emotional entanglement. Set for professional boundaries. Document interactions. Don't read emotionally. Stick to the facts. Lobbyist. In case of lobbyist, you can protect yourself through stay neutral and professional in dealing, build broad relationships across departments, document unfair treatment or political targeting, avoid gossips or factional involvement. Let performance and professionalism speak for itself. That is the key. Now, responsibility for self check and improvement so that you should be sure that you are not behaving like these vultures. And ca- for considering credit thieves, check. Reflect on whether you are unintentionally dismissing others' input. Always credit collaborators explicitly. Avoid silent complicity when witnessing credit theft. Create an open feedback loop within the team. In case of manipulators, evaluate your communication. Is it transparent and honest? Refrain from emotional manipulation, even in small ways. Hold manipulators accountable instead of enabling them. Support a culture of transparency. And finally, don't participate in factionalism. Support colleagues across political divides. Promote merit and fairness in decision making. Avoid excessive politicking. Encourage transparency and team based success. Now, we have a comparison chart. The toxic roles in organizations, the vultures, the summary is here. Who are they? Credit thieves? Summary table comparison chart. Individuals who steal recog- recognition for work they did not do. Their motive is career advancement, praise, promotion without effort. Where manipulators are people who distort truth to influence others to personal gains. Their motive is control over decisions, self interest, and power gain. Lobbyists are people who form unofficial groups or alliances to control influence or power. Their motives are building influence and power through favoritism and internal politics. Their characters and traits, the credit thieves are insecure, opportunistic, charming on surface, whereas manipulators are cunning, persuasive, two-faced, emotionally intelligent. Lobbyists are strategic, political minded, outwardly loyal but inwardly divisive. Identification clues. Always for credit thieves. Always present when success is acknowledged, absent during hard work. Manipulators consistently distort facts, twist conversations, play victim or hero. Lobbyist, seen building strong alliances with superiors while isolating others. Impact on colleagues, credit thieves. Their impact is they demoralize genuine performers and create mistrust. Lobbyist erodes clarity, lowers morale, increases stress. Lobbyist creates factions, undermines unity, promotes favoritism. How to safeguard yourself from the credit thieves? Keep records, communicate transparently, ask for credit in writing. To safeguard yourself from manipulators, stay factual and avoid personal discussions and document everything. In case of lobbyists, stay neutral, avoid gossips, don't get pulled into internal camps. The self-check and responsibility. Be accountable, acknowledge team efforts, don't chase undeserved praises. Communicate honestly, avoid manipulation, embrace feedback. Avoid groupism, promote transparency, support merit based recognition. Here's the infographics for the toxic roles of the vultures, a comparison charts as we have discussed regarding credit thieves, manipulators, and lobbyists. Final thought. Toxic characters thrive in environments that tolerate ambiguity, favoritism, and fear. Protecting yourself and fostering a healthy workplace begins with self awareness, clear communication, and the courage to uphold fairness even when it is inconvenient. With this, we conclude our discussion on the subject of corporate culture, the corporate vultures, that is, credit thieves, manipulators, and lobbyists. Please do drop your comments, share and like, and subscribe the video to get the similar content in future too. Thank you and thank you very much.